My name is Kara Brindisi. I'm a board-certified music therapist with VNA of Cape Cod Hospice. So I've been a music therapist in hospice for about 12 years now, and I've been with the VNA of Cape Cod Hospice for 6 months. My role as a music therapist in the hospice setting is really about bringing an added element to hospice care, to the end-of-life journey and transition. And it's about bringing music in a time that is needed for comfort and support, and using music in a way that reaches goals that the other team members are also trying to reach, which is comfort and support, pain management, anxiety management. My role is to use music as the vehicle to achieve some of those goals. What I share with families and patients is that my job is to bring something different for their day, bringing a little bit of the outside world in during a time that's already pretty isolating. And so our job as hospice is to make sure people know that they're cared for and cared about. I was led to the career in music therapy first in my journey into college, and by the time I got to Berklee College of Music, I had taken one of the intro classes and completely fell in love with everything that I was taught. I've always found a comforting aspect to this work that there's an acceptance to some level, and a peacefulness that it's about enjoying each moment, because each moment at this point is so precious. And if that memory recall that happens is able to give the caregiver, the wife, the daughter, some sense of just peace and joy in just a fleeting moment, then we've done our job. My role as a music therapist really relies on the team. The first point of contact when a person learns about music therapy is usually the case manager or the admission nurse. Sometimes it's the social worker who really assesses the situation and says, I think music therapy would be really good in your home. But it's really my job in those first few visits to understand what the person's life has been and how music has been intertwined with that. This might be a person that's non-communicative, is struggling with pain, and might have a lot of isolation. They might not have people at their bedside, and my role at that point is to be another person that can sit with them for that time being and offer just calm, relaxing music. Oftentimes I follow the rise and fall of a person's chest to see what their breathing is like and to match the music to that. I love when people sing with me, and there is so much research on the benefits physiologically of singing. Singing, it's vibrational, so there's a lot that goes on in our chest and cavity, and then in our sinus cavity. Just the toning and how it really, the energy of it, but then also singing not in unison, but singing with another person is a connectedness that kind of reaches beyond. I go where people call home, and that could be their home of 60 years that they raised their children in. It could be the retirement community that they moved just 10 years ago. It could be a skilled nursing facility because they need that 24/7 care. One of the most wonderful parts of being a musician and interacting with people in music is that music becomes the primary language. I will always use interpreters or technology to support conversation as best as I can, but the reality is my job, we can just use the music, toning and humming and using sound to make that connection. It's amazing. What we want at the end of life, no matter who we are, where we're from, is pretty much the same. So that's something that's boundaryless. We want to be pain-free, and we want to feel loved, and we want to know that our life had been one that was worth living.
You may be a man that I never knew. I only met you today, and I'll ask you about the here and now. There's nothing you have to say, so I'll just strum and you'll just hum.